What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Say Chappelle has received $55 million.
Man, like on TV, don't
Was this sketch, one of the last he did for Comedy Central, a clue, a hint of what was to come? A conflicted comedy genius bearing his soul.
I'm rich, bitch!
Dave Chappelle supposedly had it all. A $50 million contract from Comedy Central, a hit TV show, best-selling DVDs. But in a move that shocked so many, he decided, well, he really didn't want any of it. Chappelle started doing sketches for Comedy Central on a shoestring. They were a runaway hit with critics and audiences. His biting satire, his commentary on race and culture pushed the limits of cable TV.
You know, they're not bad after unprotected sex with multiple partners either.
But in April 2005, just weeks into filming his third season, Chappelle ran from it all. Actually, he flew to South Africa, where he stayed in a self-imposed exile for weeks, refusing to return or to explain.
His show was on hold indefinitely. He had a $50 million deal. Amy, what's going on?
You know,
show is on hold.
He's missing in action.
And left everyone wondering, why would he walk away from that kind of money and something he supposedly loved? In the months since, Chappelle has offered clues, but not necessarily answers, saying that he's at peace, not crazy.
When I'm on stage, I get real happy up there. Like, maybe that's the only time in my adult life that I feel like myself. Standing up there, you know what I mean? Like a gladiator. The lights is on you, and you look down, and it's just all these smiles around you, and they get dressed. They put perfume on and stuff, and they're going to see your show. It feels good, man. These people, you know, they love you. Even if it's for a minute, they really do. They love you. Name your price in the beginning. If it ever gets more expensive than the price you name, get out of there. The MC introduced me. I can remember the introduction. You know, folks, everybody's got to start sometime, and tonight is this young man's first time on stage. Who knows? As Dave says, who knows? You may be witnessing the birth of a star. Please welcome Dave Chappelle. The morning that I turned 24, phone rang, and my sister was like, Dad had a stroke. For the next year, I watched my father teeter on life and death. Dad dies. And that's hard for a young dude in his life. That's a real tough loss. I was there when he died. And he went from being my father to what are we going to do with the body. Within moments, it was over. And I'm going through all this stuff, and this is the guy I would usually talk to, right? Dad. And I got to figure this out for myself. I want to figure this out for myself. You know, I was beat down. I wasn't living right, man. I didn't feel good. And the stand-up stuff was just some angry stuff. It was just like I was kind of bottoming out. Look, man, at that point in your life, is something so real in contrast to what Hollywood is, a very powerful illusion. When your dad died, it kind of just broke the spell, like, oh, this is bullshit. Look, I've been spending so much time doing this. What about my family? What about my friends? Wait, whatever happened to my friends? Damn, I don't even have any friends. Ugh. I was freaked out, man, with the fame thing and being called crazy and drug addict and all these things. Scared me. You know, just being treated that way. Like I'm not a person anymore. You say this shit about me in front of my children, and you know, who the f do these people think they are? And they don't know what happened. You know, I have not spoken about what would make a person walk off the set of a successful show and go to Africa. But again, people don't understand it, so they call me crazy, and I don't like that. Nobody remembers that I walked away from the show twice last season. Nobody asked about it. Nobody asked about that. You know, in one of these magazines, Newsweek, it's a very credible magazine, and they're saying, you know, maybe I smoke crack, and it was all innuendo, and the magazine as credible as Newsweek. I was very surprised that this was happening. And then I gotta make some real choices, man. Is that what I want for myself? Did I get too big? Because I like people, I like entertaining, and the higher up I go, for some reason, the less happy I am. It wasn't the fame that got to me. I love people. I like people saying that they like what I do. You know, there's just a whole, you know, it's like an economic threshold you cross, man. You know, they had thrown out numbers like $50 million. You put that in the paper next to your name, then that guy's gonna have some serious problems in his personal life. There's no question. You know, I like to live a more open life. I don't like to have to protect myself from people. I don't want my life to become about enforcing boundaries. You know, but that's what happens when you become successful. Your humanity diminishes and you become something else. You know, when they would call me crackhead and all these things in the country where I'm from, in Africa, they didn't know anything. They was feeding me and taking care of me and taking me to the mall and just regular stuff. And it just made me feel good. It just reminded me that I was a person, you know. First time I went back out and did stand-up was in Cincinnati. So it's not far from the farm. I said, if I gotta run, I can get home fast. And man, when I walked out on that stage and them people were screaming, I get teary-eyed just thinking about it. Because this industry can say whatever they want, but man, people will hold you up. And that crowd, man, my spirits were so low when they was just holding me up. Really, crowds are like my friends. It's the most consistent part of my life since I was 14. But I feel like I'm gonna be some kind of parable. Like either what you're supposed to do or what you're not supposed to do. I'm gonna be something. I'm either gonna be a legend or just that tragic story, but I'm going full throttle. I'm going all the way. I'm eager to find out how this will resolve itself.
Long live Chappelle's. That's what it's all about. Everybody usually wants to be famous so they can rock nice jewelry and all that shit. They already got a macaroni necklace. I got valuable shit. I got valuable shit. I'm not in it for that. Only kind of shit I want to do with fame is like decadent, is I want to go to Vegas to the $5,000 blackjack game. And I don't even want to play. I just want to be such a big star that I could go up to one of the players in a tight hand and put my dick on their show. And I'm such a celebrity, they think it's funny.
Hey, what the fuck? Oh shit, Dave Chappelle. Wow.